Hello. Like most people in the UK, I'm currently self-isolating, so I thought I'd use this time to focus on creating some creative output. A couple of weeks ago, I saw a Twitter thread where people were recommending the musicians they love the most, and for that reason, today I'm going to review one of my favourite albums of 2019. The album is called Reward, and it's the fifth studio album from Cate Le Bon. Musically, it's very difficult to compare Cate Le Bon to anybody else because she's so unique. But I guess I'd say she's very much like a Welsh Kate Bush if Kate Bush focused more on being sad than weird. So if you do like sad, weird, melancholic indie, then this album is definitely probably for you. I've been a massive fan of Cate Le Bon's music for the last 2 years, I would say, and after having listened to all of her albums, I'd say that Reward is by far her best and probably the most accessible album to get into, so this is a good start if you haven't had the pleasure of listening to Cate Le Bon before. This is the album I'm recommending to everyone at the minute because I love it so much. I recommended it to one friend a couple of weeks ago and he told me that he thought some of the songs are very similar to each other, and I could see where he was coming from, but for me that's why I love the album so much, because you become so familiar with the album and the artist. I listen to this album almost every day because it's such a nice, smooth, relaxing, melancholic album, and if I had to say my favourite song, I'd probably say The Light, but it's a very hard decision to make because all 10 tracks are just so great. The only issue I do have with the album is that Cate Le Bon sadly hasn't done any tracks in Welsh this time, which is a real shame because some of her earlier work are some of my favourite songs, like O Am Gariad, which is off her first album, Me Oh My, so definitely check that out, and hopefully Cat will put some Welsh stuff on her next album. I was kind of amazed the first time I saw Cate Le Bon live because obviously when you're listening to music it's just you and the artist in your head with earphones, so you don't think of anybody else listening to them. But I was in the Green Man Festival in 2018 and Cat was on the main stage at 5 o'clock on the Saturday with thousands of people watching her, and that's when I realised that she had such a cult following. So hopefully you can listen to this album and become one of Cat's newest fans. So to summarise, I would say it's a lovely, melancholic indie song, perfect for a bubble bath or a dinner party, but don't do dinner parties at the minute, obviously. Or you can over Skype, I won't judge you. But yeah, I hope you like this. It's kind of fun. I might do one of these videos again. Hope you like it. Like, share, subscribe, I suppose. Tell people if you've enjoyed it, and yeah, listen to Cate Le Bon. Thank you.